Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we have our second video of our Katakuri showcase of us playing yellow, and this matchup is going to be a game versus green Kinemon. It's a deck that has kind of fallen out of popularity over the past few months once OP03 started and once Wabier got really popular, but now that Wabier is nerfed, I expect to see green potentially coming back, especially as a counter to the super aggressive Zoro decks. However, yellow I think has a good matchup against green, as you'll see in the game today. So hope you enjoy, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the game. In this matchup, we're gonna against Kinemon. We will go second. We don't have the Searcher, so I'm gonna mulligan this hand. We still get the Searcher, but I guess we can at least play the Perospero on turn 3, right? Or we can also play the Opera, but I kind of want to look at my top life. I don't mind hitting the opponent for, I don't mind hitting my opponent for 7, right? So I'm okay going for the Perospero. I guess the thing about the Perospero is that it can get rested by the Okiku. But if this is getting rested by the Okiku, I think I'm fine with that as well. This is weird. Do I want to use this? Let's trash the second Shirahoshi and let's trash one of the Operas. Oh, I guess no matter what, it's going to get arrested by the Okiku. What am I thinking? I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's going to get arrested by the Okiku, but no matter what, it is going to get arrested by Okiku. So if that's the case, I'm going to go like this and just push for 7. Be at the top of my life. Let's place it at the bottom. And then we just play the Perospero here. If the opponent wants to rest the Perospero and give me that extra card, I think I have to be okay with that. This is going to be a long, dragged out game, right? Because, I mean, yellow's going to have... I mean, I guess once we get to our 7 and 8 and 10, it's going to be harder for the opponent, right? Yeah, I guess once we get to like 7 and 10, like the 8... Okay, so they do rest the Yamato. Sorry, they do rest the Perospero. They can attack with Okiku and Kinemon, and with the Okiku also rest the Shirahoshi. Not like it matters to me if they want to. So if they want to attack here for 6, we can do 2k counter, and then the other 6, another 2k counter. So it's actually better for them to go what they're doing right now. That way they can go like 7 and force 2 more cards out of me. You know what? I'm going to counter this one and force the opponent to use their 2 Dawn on the Okiku to kill the Perospero. Because if they use 2 Dawn here, I tap them out of Punk Gibson or Paradise Waterfall. If they only use 1, I can just do a 2k counter. If they use the both Dawn to kill the Perospero, I think I let the Perospero die. And I just go for Katakuri into the Okiku. And I think that's maybe what they're deciding. That they probably have the Punk Gibson in their hand to try to save the Okiku from my attack from the Katakuri. Maybe they choose not to actually attack with the Okiku and just leave the Perospero alive. If they do that, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not impossible. I guess if they do that, probably still just develop the Opera, right? Oh, they will go for the 2. All right, so do we let this die then? Because the other option, considering that our hand is a little bit awkward, we could just go counter with the Cracker. Or maybe we counter with the Opera. And then next that we can play the Cracker. I think I actually prefer playing the Opera than I do playing the Cracker. I don't know that double attack. I guess the double attack could matter. So next time we have 6 Dawn, we can put 1 on Katakuri, attack for 7. Put 2 here. That leaves me with just 3 Dawn. So it's awkward because if I save this, I'm still in a worse position. Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's go ahead and go like this. And let's kill that Okiku this turn, right? So we'll go here. We'll first go for 7. We're at the top of my life. Let's place it in the bottom. So we know the 2 bottom lives. One of them is Perona, the other one is actually I forgot what the other one was, but it wasn't a trigger unit. So here the opponent will have to spend 2 cards to save this, right? So now my choice here is that I can go ahead and just go another 2 on the Perospero. And take 2 more cards out of them, or do I just go 9 and kill the Okiku right away? I could go 9 and just kill the Okiku, or I could just go 6 and play the Perospero, but then I'm just giving them so much value next turn. So I need to kill this Okiku, I think. So I think I want to just go 9, and if the opponent wants to spend 3 cards, that's cool. Wow, they're playing Cabra. Interesting. Because I don't have anything else to do with my Don anyway. So let's just go 9, and if the opponent wants to actually throw 3 cards at this, I will be okay with that. The problem here is that I let them be able to play the Odin right now, right? So now they only have 1 card in their board. They could literally just spend all their Dawn this turn to just play Odin. I guess if that's the case, we can go Linlin. So if they just play Odin here and then try to kill this Perospero, it's a little bit annoying. Oh, it's just going to be Yamato. I'm okay with the Shirahoshi dying. Alright, so that was what should have been the Odin turn, and it didn't amount to anything. You have 1 more attack here on the Perospero. You're gonna go for 7. Alright. Honestly, I don't hate this second Linlin. I don't hate the second Linlin here. So next turn, we'll be able to play the Charlotte Linlin, right? But then those have the Momosuke here, and they're actually going to activate it. Okay, so they picked the Odin from here. Do I want to continue giving them value? Like if they go, let's just go here. Let's let the opponent decide what they want to do. They trash the Iso, that's fine. Opponent has 1 Dawn, which could be a Paradise Waterfall. So I think I'm just going to go like this. Be on my top life. Let's put it in the bottom as well. So 3 of my cards don't have trigger. 3 of the cards in the bottom don't have trigger, right? Next up, we can go 10 cast Linlin. Opponent can play their Odin here. I'm just gonna trash the cards in their life so that they have less draw. We could also go for the 7 cast Linlin, right? If we want to. Let's go a 2k counter here because the opponent gave it to us. Opponent obviously wants to play their Odin here, which is going to cost all 8 Dawn. If they don't attack with the Yamatos, they're not attacking with the Yamatos. Wow. So options here. We can go here or we can go blocker. So we can go Linlin plus here, or we can go just a big 10 cost. Wow. Let's go like this. Let's go 5. Counter. Alright. That's a 2k counter. Let's go for the big 10 drop, right? We could go 8 into the Kinemon and just set it up that they will be in trouble next turn, but I think I'm just gonna keep her alive so that we can potentially attack. Like, I think at this point we have the advantage if we just don't attack. Like, if we just control the board, we have the advantage here. We know the 3 bottom cards in our life. It's a 2k counter, a 1k counter, and I did forget that one actually. So I don't know what the last one is. Let's just counter this one. I don't need to take the life, right? Like, if I can stall this out as long as possible, I'm chilling. We can play the Bruelee blocker. The problem with the Bruelee blocker is that it can get rested, right? So I'm just gonna try to set up to see if the opponent plays no blockers this turn. Okay. So we have a 2k counter that we got from the 10 cost Linlin. The downside here is that killing the Odin just gives them another unit, right? All right, so that's another 2k counter. If you commit to try to go to lethal with the Odin, I think you're gonna have a bad time. All right. Oh, it was the opera, right? It was the opera. So we know we have another 2k and a 1k in the top. So they only have one blocker. So they only have one blocker. We are taking a lot of damage here. They only have one blocker that they can... So this is not a blocker. So this is telling me that the opponent just decided to go for Punk Gibson. So the Punk Gibson takes them up to 9, right? I always forget if Punk Gibson is 3 or 4. Let's quickly look that up. So Punk Gibson is 4. So the Punk Gibson can take them up to 9. Which is not going to be great for us. Maybe we just play... maybe we just play it easy and just clear their board. Opponent has 2 big attacks. We can potentially... You know what? I'm going to start here. I'm going to start here. Let them have the choice. We could also just bounce back the Odin to the top of their deck, by the way. They decided to give me a life. So the fact that they gave me a life makes me feel really, really safe here. We know the opponent has the Punk Gibson. So the opponent has the Punk Gibson. We have multiple Dawn here. Let's go 8 here. So this Punk Gibson gets this Odin to 12. I want them to use like their counter stuff, right? I want them to use their counter on, like, I'm kind of scared. So there's 2 things here, right? I can actually kill this Yamato, right? I can kill the Yamato. Opponent will only have 3 attacks. I can kill the Yamato here, right? Opponent will have to have a second Yamato. So the opponent will have to have a second Yamato to be able to rest my blocker. We have 2 life plus a blocker. They use a 1k counter. Let's play the Bruelee here, right? So that we have 2 life. We have a bunch of 2k counters in our hand. I don't think we're dying this time. If the opponent tries to kill this Linlin, it's also gonna be really tough because, like, at that point they want to go live. Like, you cannot spend that Dawn to kill this Linlin. The scary part here is if they have a 3rd Yamato, they can rest the blocker, but playing that 3rd Yamato is going to cost them 3 Dawn, which is going to leave them with 7. Okay, so now you have to spend all 3 Dawn to reset this. You go for it again. Okay, I thought they were gonna go for it again, to be honest. I was like, are you really gonna go for it again? 15. The opponent has 2 life, no Dawn open. I was actually thinking I was gonna save it. Okay, so the opponent surrendered, but this game was over, right? Because that was a 15. Can we save this Linlin? 10, 12, 14, 16. So we save this Linlin, and next time we have 4 attacks into their Kinemon. Opponent has no Dawn open, and also has, like, no Dawn open for a counter value, and only has 4 cards in their hand. So we could definitely just set it up so that we can kill them, because what we need is 3 of these attacks to go through, right? So we could start, and we have the full 10 Dawn open. So let's imagine how the next turn will go. Just because I feel like the opponent surrendered without giving me the chance, I kind of want to think about what I would have done next turn. So opponent has 4 cards, no Dawn open. We put them on a Punk Gibson earlier. There's a chance that they have an event here. Because of that, I'm gonna say that they have, at most, let's say they have 4k counter in value. Let's say they have 1 event and they have 4k counter here on value. I think what we need to do will be to attack with Katakuri for 9 first. So we put 3 Dawn on Katakuri, use this effect, see what the top life of them will be, and see if it's a 2k or a 1k, and that gives me information, right? So we put 9 on the Katakuri, we look at their life. Opponent will have to spend like 3 cards to block that. They don't do it, so they take the life. We can go one more dawn on the Linlin, attack for another 9 again. Opponent chooses to block it or not. If they choose to counter it, then we can just go 9 on the third Linlin. Actually, I mean, we have so much turn open. No matter how we do it, we're always winning this. I don't know why I'm over analyzing this. We just go 9, 9, 9. At least 2 of these 9s will get through. Even if the opponent finds, like, even if this is 4 2k counter cards, the first 9 is gonna eat up 3 of them, right? So at least one of these 9 attacks is gonna go through, and the other one can go up to 11, and then the Linlin can attack for like 15. So no matter what, the opponent lost, and that's why they just surrender. The moment that we're able to save this Linlin, the opponent had no answer, and that's why I decided to block with the Bruelee right away, because the opponent will have to reset the Odin, and no matter which one he attacks into, we can counter into it. But this matchup is really bad for green. I mean, I guess that's one reason that I potentially don't see like Odin coming back into the meta, because like what can you do about this Linlins, right? They just come down and they're forcing you to give me life or trash your own life, which means that you end up with less cards in your hand. Like we trashed 2 cards. Actually, we trashed 2 cards because the opponent gave me 1 life, and then you kind of get screwed over. So GG's. But anyways, yeah, hope you enjoyed this matchup against Kinemon. If you liked today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy your day.